Ghana has substantial mineral resources. Gold, diamond, manganese and bauxite are the major minerals mined. Mining has played an important role in the political economy of Ghana for centuries, with a significant contribution from small-scale mining. Mining methods like the open pit and underwater mining is very common in Ghana's mining space. However, one that has not really received attention is rock or underground mining. In my quest to find out which mining methods can be environmentally friendly, I traveled to Bogoso in the western region to visit one of the numerous mining sites. The whole area looks seemingly quiet, not because there was no work going on, but because everything was happening beneath the ground. International say Adriana Shishimuna is a ladder, no?
Yes, a ladder, Yaboshim to down face.
Na aha kitwa unsa hade so na aha kitwa nipa tumi we The sheds were filled with mining pits equated to concessions of groups. We moved from the shed to go and see the main entrance to the underground mines. The men were at work here already. At this site, there are mainly two kinds of workers. Those packing the mined stones, popularly called local boys, and those working beneath the ground, known as chiseling boys. I really wanted to have a feel of what is going on down there, but I was so scared. Soon, my protective gear was ready. I tried a couple of footwears. It was time to go deep into the ground, this time with a mobile cage. From the newsroom today, I have swayed from journalism to a full miner. I'm already in my gear. That is my safety helmet and then my boots. Just like you saw my other colleagues at this mining site going down to get the ore. They call it the ore. That is the stones to come out with and then refine. It's my turn to also go down there and then see what is actually down there. So this is the vehicle more so that we are going to go down there with. I will not be able to go through the small holes where we hold the bamboos because it will take quite a long time. So we are using this mechanism. This is another way of getting into the pit. This is the safety vehicle. It's very strong, taking us down there into the pit. And then when we come back, we'll give you the rest of the story. Join us. Finally, we were at the first phase of our journey. So after several minutes from our supposed vehicle from the top or the main floor, we came through to the first. This is the first stage. And our Fahamu Freya Hassan. Higher stage 1. Okay, so this is the main station. So this is where the bus stop for our vehicle. It's gone back, and then we are at stage 1. So main station for stage 1. So we are coming to explore stage 1 and then find out how others are working here at stage 1. So let's join them, and then we continue with our topic. This is stage 1. This is the main station for stage 1 of the mine. So we are currently underground. These are one of the reasons why we are in the safety helmet, so that once you lift your head, you do not crash your head against these stones. These are very hard rocks. It's from this site where that they pick out the ore, and then later on, when brought to the level ground, they are processed and then refined. But Zachariah is here. He is the chairman of the miners in this sector. He is going to be explaining, doing most of the explanation, and then maybe education. Boss, welcome to Metro News. We've come from the ground, the level grounds to this side. We came with our own vehicle. Let me put it that way. What do you call that?
Cage. It's a cage.
It's a cage. Okay, but somewhere it looks a bit shaky from the onset. But is it safe first? I know we've gone through it, but generally looking at the safety of that vehicle.
It's safe.
So, how long have you been operating these mines?
Roughly 25, 26 years, because we started here 1993, 94. That we started this mine.
Was it you that started, or someone started and then handed over to you?
Someone started before I came. Someone started. My era is it's 4 times now. From 93 up to 97, it was another person who was operating. Yeah, from that time now to by this time too, there are certain leaders too who came and then gone. Yeah, so if I check it out, I'm 5. Yeah.
So you are the 5th leader of this mine. How many people does this mine employ?
I can't even give you the actual figure. As we are sitting here speaking here right now, I can give you a rough estimate, about 300, 400. Only the shaft.
Only this shaft employs about 300 to 400 people.
Yeah. Only the shaft.
So let's say within a day, the people you employ, on the average, if I am working here, how much can I take home? Is it monthly payment, weekly?
It's weekly. Yeah, it's weekly. We start working Thursday. When we start Thursday and we close, today is Tuesday, so we are closing today. And we come on work on Thursday. So it's weekly payment.
So I am starting work today. Maybe the following week, after my first week, how much can I earn?
It depends on all that will go out. the workers here are working on group. It's a group stages. It's a group. We have group 1, group 2, group 3 up to the last end. So maybe you are working with the group 1 or group 2, and that group 1, end of the week, they got about 200, 300 sassy, like they are doing what they are doing over there. That will depend the load that you will get or the salary that you will get.
So you mean my work will determine the money I'm getting within it?
Very good, exactly that.
But let's look at another thing. We are down here. This is where you call them the chiselers. This is where they do the chiseling and then bring out the ore. How are you able to identify from here and know that this rock, this part I'm chiseling has gold, the other part doesn't?
We started this work, it's long. Yeah, it's long that we started this work. And moreover, everything, when we are doing everything, as time goes on, you will get an experience in it. And we are having some equipment so that we use to identify where the gold is. We have sample tests, we have mortars where when we bring the rock up, we sample. When it's good, we continue doing it. When it's not good, then we snub it and go other part. So we have hope more than the pastor that preaching in the church.
You have hope?
Yes. Because the doctor, why I'm saying that is the pastor is holding the Bible, and the Bible is saying that after death, you go to the heaven or hell, and we don't know where we are going, and we have that belief to do that. So we have more belief than the pastor or the imam.
So, let me cut into what Zachariah is saying. You may wonder, now that we are beneath the normal ground level, we are deep down, several feet down the ground. But when you get to the surfaces, I will be showing you there are machines that are rolling or working to provide oxygen for people who are working down here, so that most of the oil, they do not end up suffocating. So if you are wondering how we get air to breathe, there are machines up there that are working to provide oxygen to this side. So there are tubes down there, up there, that are supplying oxygen to this ground. Boss, I'm also seeing some pipe lines. I don't know what is running through this pipe, but how come you are having pipelines so deep?
This type of, we have so many type of mining, and what we are doing here is underground mining. Although people may call it galamsey, but it's underground. It's different from the alluvia that they are doing over there. Yeah, so what we are doing, we are pumping water from the underground to the surface, and when it gets there, we treat it before it go to the community. Yes.
Just like we see people who are mining in several areas, I've been to several parts of the eastern region where mining is going on, and then people are polluting the water bodies. But with the kind of underground mining going on here, you are rather pumping water from the ground to serve the community.
The community, yes.
And then who is paying for all this?
We are paying it.
But you are supposed to be mining, so why are you giving the community water? Why are you bent on providing water for the community?
We are pumping the water to the surface. Like if not the community is around, the water will just flow just like that. Yes. So we take our own cost to do it.
Okay, so if I am coming down here to work, how long will it take me down here before I come back to the surface?
That's what I already said. It depends the group that you are working with. You can even come down here right now and spend 2-3 hours and go up. It depends the nature of the work that you are doing that particular day or that particular moment. Some also are getting 4-5 hours, 6 hours before they go up.
So maybe I'm working now and then I want water to drink. Can I take? Can I drink some of the water that is coming out of the rocks down here?
You can take some.
Okay, why are you not taking it?
We are not taking it because as we get down the cage, we walk in the water. Yes, that's why we are not taking it.
You feel it's unhealthy for you to take, but
when you want to get up there, you can take it. You can take some. or when you get down deep there, you can take some.
So you can take from
The station here, we are not taking it. Yes. Yes.
So what he is saying is, since the water is from deep down underground, there are people also working there. We are only sitting here at the first stage. It goes to about 4 stages. People are working there, and then that is where the water is coming out from. Very, very clean. So you can either take from that side, or once the water is shot outside, you can take the treated water outside. I know they call some goat the fool's goat. Asante Force, I'm friend is akoko. No, as a gold, it looks like gold, but it's not gold. How do I identify or differentiate that one from this one?
The real gold is pure yellow. The gold itself is pure yellow.
So this is what?
This is called akokoska.
Okay.
You know, it's different from this.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
So what Zachariah is saying is, see the 2 stones. This stone has some yellow patches. If the cameras can capture that, it has yellow patches, but these are not actual or real gold. I'm the rich man here. I'm carrying gold. Zachariah is carrying this. Mine has real gold patches. This is one of the stones or ore we picked from underground here. It has gold in it, but what Zachariah is carrying has what is called the fool's gold. The fool's gold. So this is used to deceive people that it's gold, but actually it's not. What I have here is what is actually gold. So today I'm the rich man, and then Zachariah's gold is no gold. So we'll continue with our education.
That you cannot sit in and drink. That's why we don't drink it over here. Yeah.
We also have some traces of water falling out of the rock. So this is the water that is being pumped out and then treated for the community to use. Some of us are squatting because we are a bit taller than the space, so your waist start hurting, but it's all part of the process. This is just to tell you or give you a fair idea the kind of toil and then struggle people go through to bring out all these precious minerals. At this point, my feet, back and waist were hurting as I could barely stand straight. It was time to go back. So this is where the water we spoke about down there, I mean under the ground there, this is where it ends up. It comes out so clean. People treat this and then drink. It also goes down there and then serve the other communities. Farmers there also use that in watering their plants. So when you check down there, you see that the whole place is green. So even though we are in Hamatan, the water that is drawn from underground is going down there and then greening all the plants there and then serving the communities beneath this mining site. So then the question, if we can get some goodies from mining like this, why don't we streamline activities of miners, especially with community miners who are bringing out beautiful resources like this water so they can also continue operating and then serving the community. Now it's time to pack the mined rocks. Well, if you think we are done, then I'm sorry to disappoint you. The work has just begun. The packed bags are taken to the mill. Here, the stones are milled into powder. From there, the fine sand or powder is mixed into paste and the search for the gold dust begins.
I have already prepped myself ready for the whole task ahead. Folded my shorts, taken off my shoes, just to tell you how tedious this job is. It's either you are in a plastic footwear or you are doing it barefooted. So I've decided to go barefooted. In the pond. This very pond is where the collected water is fetched and then used in washing out the sand from the gold dust. And one may ask, where is this water going to? They are using the circular or the rotational method. So you can see the water from here. Once the washing is done, it goes down there and then it goes through the rotation into the pond there, filtered through the sack, and then it comes back here. So it's the same water they are using here that goes around and then it comes back here for reuse. Boss, me say me want bottle, me want towel. Anyway, what actually is going on this trade?
Stones now among kwashaye no and a bash mutu no and aba ahase ti e mese no ahase na I den ya dey aba asinti ha na be wash no ti tawo no and a gold ni bibia be den e be kye no ahase it we first towel we second towel ti me tally boy na we wash man
Where are
tally boy.
What does it mean?
It mean me na mtigusu me na mtigusu na we wash man.
Who tigusu na friend then?
Tally boy.
Tally boy. Me, when I heard tally, I thought the tally is just like tallying in mathematics, but he said he is dishing out the sand which has been mixed with water, so it looks like a batter, and then he puts it on the thread, and then the washer is here. Na ohoro we know. We the who say ade amehuri ahwiana na say insurance is a good ninyanko.
Say we know, and then you know, I orange na. We button on NH good, you know. Every day we call some from the bar, Nina, and a better or so. And I saw person who say good, you know, person who say, Ebia sample, come on, who loud in so far, so I say, I believe, I believe net, so like gold, no, I was so a person who say good, no, so. Once I saw gold, not so, else a good color, I saw so. Oh, say, some pretty fine. But I say, be our roast number in so fast now, man, which was so. Yes, gold, you know, some Poname or no, and yet, and to be many was in bueno. A crab of cool, we don't see it here. It did go as in, and near some.
And here they,
I don't know, some,
friendly, then some. Ahniana mo ahohoro na aka na mo de kogu no.
Eno ye de savu betu egu ha. Na friend sump no.
So what he is saying is the leftover or after this whole washing has been done, they refer to the sand or what is left here that goes down there as the sump. That is what is being fetched or is being taken away to the other side. So in your shot you can see that there is another heap of sand which is also behind us there. So that is where the sump, as they call it, is. So this is the washer, this is the tally boy, he is doing the dishing and then he is doing the washing. So he is the washer and then I am here to support. So I'm the young washer and then also the young tally boy. So this is the routine. So what you are seeing here, the towel, the sack and all contains gold. It contains gold dust. So you once this is done, muye den yi gold dust ni free so
yebe yakọ basem nsuo no wom nti ewia yebe pusem yebe bom ni apusem star yebe pusa yebe we ni mu no nti san ehwia no na yeboguma ebogu nsuo no ma na ehwia ni nya be fla nti ewia na de med ya chi gold no ya de afra
ya chi gold mu friend eh
med and mo friend you know
mercury mercury yeah eno na ya de be chi gold no ti bibia won hwan no mu bibia won hwan ti ewia mo de be chi gold mo chi ni sen mercury na ya de chi gold dust no
ya de be fra dust no hwan ya de fra na ya de so clean ya man so clean kakla ebu ya de anka twele
washing powder and a lemon
di nya be fra lemon adi nyina na ya de afra ti de fra na wo twi wo don sabe twi wo bonu sa nti twi awia no aso no so kakaka nti nimo na wo so no so kakaka awia no asan so aye bio process
we nyina na gold dust na ka ase na ahwea no
chi no maku ne chi gold no sa kakaka sa na wa achieve gold no
other mining companies
ba beto me fa sample no me de account ya no ma betoko.
So another revelation he is making is though from their end here the residue there, what they call the sump, is not needed at this site. Other mining companies or miners who do it on the large scale come here and then sample this very sand to see if it still contains some amount or an amount of gold. They come in, buy it and then take it to their various factories and then start the process all over again and then try to get some refined gold from this. So we'll go out and then we'll find out how they do the washing.
Once the circular bowl washing begins, the gold dust appears as a deep yellow color or red. This washing is very different from what Galamsey operators do, which has eventually destroyed most of Ghana's water bodies. Baba Al-Hassan Yakubu has been in rock mining for over 3 decades. He decried how activities of Galamsey operators have affected their work and Ghana at large.
Different mobile yana yadi yan se bebi a yenya akogina bia no nso bia ne ho yesai no ana asase no yensa no nti no yane bia ne bia problem bia but omomo ya lovia no ase kamera wa lovia no ho na mom sisi ano mo famra no enya adwuma no one na man su sai no because yanim se nso de ho na obaye adwuma na be 100 meters away nti no batima janso no wo bebi na okogina bebi na obo nsoro mpo baba ya but sisi ansoro no no mo yeda na omo gina omo sai nsoro na mankurase fo na pharmacy no omo nya nsoro en yeda na entena kurase ya dwuma no ana koko na japade na ewo ho no omo timi koto nti pharmacy no bebre hia se obi mpo bompa se omo mbra mbato ne dia na ono so nyesika na sa sika no so wugi no once na obatime di manasa but nka fo no wo ho no ma obaya no dada ka ban so hyemra mom nanka mira commissioner say obagi asase bia ye o say yehu aha na nimpa no okwakogi no because ma komisa na mehu no nyina aha na okokogi o ye free how bia ni ho ye na mira commissioner di no bako okohwe bia o ye dwuma na bia anso no da no but emba ne sa de hia ne say ye be ka kira amafo say omombra no mo fa scan ba ye da no ba sponsor me na da ho no Bobana Mohun said the honor, they wom na ye. because first na gold no one more no kura na yenye sika no ye koton a yenye sika te sende no nde ubombode na onya ne kakra koton a otimenye sika no ama eden esumbu kakra.
Community mining schemes like what is being practiced at Bogoso is an opportunity to grow the small-scale mining industry. Linked to the question of government willingness to change the status quo is the question of the extent to which government is committed to long-term transformation. Figures vary, but there is consensus that small-scale mining engages a significant proportion of the population. Given this, there is a huge opportunity to examine environmentally friendly mining practices and identify ways in which registered small-scale miners can be scaled up to become medium or even large-scale indigenous companies. The work of the miner is risky. Even chemicals used can cause damage to the miner. Back at the mines, Isaka demonstrates how mercury is used in collecting gold dust from the sand and water. It looks dark, and the precious metal would have to go through heat to regain its color.
11 gram, 1.1 gram na one, we divided by 0.8. I say na when ya blaze na yeto.
So you measure your gold in blades.
Yeah, that's
into your normal blade be.
Now by and fancy normal blade na be terms once a gram say the baby na ya brofo. Yeah, titino na scale ni won't na blade no more then. Omudi use one blade no what the tuswa emema 8 gram ntina na mo convert the blade no.
Okay, into one blade said your mom measure no how many grams?
One blade no. What the 0.8 gram the one blade.
Into say o measure we no me won say onya 1.1. Into 1.1 na ye eno no o de ba blade mo a
1.1 on me divided by 0.8 into no mami ndi minu anafu na me friend divide them out. Okay. Okay. Into no calculator ni no.
Equal to
what's that about?
1.37.
Yeah.
Into natural say 1.1 gram no 1.3 blades and meti.
Oh, one blade,
3 matches.
Yeah.
Matches ni san free.
One year point in a which yeah. It's in who say me divide win. I'm 1 blade 3 matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first number, I mean, the war point ne nim no blade. And at the war point ne chi no matches. Wow. We how many blades? 1 blade 3 matches. 1 blade 3 matches. Into 1 blade. Oh, sisi sika be sisi.
Oh, say we no good price na to me cost rate to me back from. CC no you turn 2.6.
2.6 as 260 cedis.
Into 1.3 no times 260 cedis. And the value of the good no. And the amount of good in value.
Into say gold 2.6 near day. 2.6 near 1 blade and I say
yeah, 1 blade is 2.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 blade is 260 cedis. Okay, so we had 1.3 blades.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be 1.3 times 260. 260 cedis. Okay, so that will be 338.
Yeah.
So the gold you are holding in your palm now It's 338 cedis. But minim say gold in your sense in carat. We momo the months in a carat.
Yes, it's in a carat by answer no benya carat, and I just say refined it. Hey, on see when it's skill I had on Modi or by any has in Yaya auntie in carat. Yeah, I say carat in 23.
Mama Mohana, I had it.
Has 23. And now cool body and yard or carat in 22 say and I has seen you. Tia in the area behind the carrot.
This is what people go through. See the toil and the difficulty to produce just this. And at the end of the day, we have 338 cedis out of this amount of gold. So each time, like I mentioned, each time you put on your favorite necklace, your ring, your watch, just bear in mind that people went through so much toil and difficulty to produce this to make you beautiful.
Hopefully, the call by government for mining groups to desist from mining in water bodies and forest reserves will be heeded too, as rock or underground mining gathers momentum. Shadrack Odame Agyare, Metro News, Bogoso, Western Region.